Namaste and welcome. Today I'm going to take you through a chair flow that's going to be really lovely for opening up the lower back and relieving any pain or stress that you may have there. So we're going to use two chairs today. You can use kitchen chairs. They don't have to be fancy as long as they have a back on them that you can, rest over, and as long as they don't have any arms on them. So you want to have arm-free chairs with a medium height back. The other thing that we will use is a blanket and a bolster. Now, if you don't have a bolster at home, just go ahead and get yourself one or two large firm pillows, and we'll use that. All right, so to begin, we're going to start on one of the chairs, and we're going to be sitting forward. So I'm not sitting all the way back in the chair like this. I've got my sit bones here on the edge of the chair. And to begin, we're just going to connect with the spine and the breath. We'll take the hands onto the thighs here, and we're going to exhale and draw your chin in towards your sternum and draw your navel back and feel your back become a bit wider. Inhale, lift up through the spine, bring an arch into the spine here and raise your gaze and draw your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale and round, tuck the chin, draw the navel back. Inhale, lift up through the spine and draw the shoulders away from the ears. Continue like this. Now you want to make a connection here with the movement and your breath. So the movement should be soft and smooth, as well as the breath. Now on this next one, as we exhale and draw the navel back, I'm just going to hold for a moment. Take a breath here with the spine rounded. Notice the sensations you feel through the spine. Now on your next inhalation, release your hands from your thighs, externally rotate through the shoulders, and take your arms wide, raise the gaze. And gently squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Pause here at the top of your inhalation. Breathe normally. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Bit of a back arch here for you. And on your next exhalation, take your hands back to the tops of your thighs and come back into that cat-cow motion. The chin towards the sternum, the navel back. Inhale, release the hands, take them wide, turn the palms forward, lift up through the spine. And again, make a connection of the movement and your breath. And we're paying particular attention here to the sensations through your spine. Notice if the arching or the rounding relieves the pain more than the other. Just take one more full breath cycle here. And after you round through the spine, just come to a tall seat. So the next posture we're going to move into is a standing posture. We're going to come over to our second chair. So just come on over. And for this one here, we're just going to stand behind the chair. This is where your blanket comes in handy. So we'll take that blanket and we're just going to place it over the back of the chair. And that's just to give us a bit of support. We're going to take our feet wide here, so a little bit wider than hips distance, and turn the toes in towards each other. Draw the navel back here. Maybe just take your hands to the top of the chair for a moment. Take a nice deep breath, gaze forward. And with a slight arch to the spine, we're going to start to bow over the chair. Now the chair is there to support you, and you can lay your chest over the chair here. If it feels good for you, you can take your hands over the seat and then just tuck your chin into your sternum. Now this posture in particular is really lovely for expanding the space there in the lower spine around the hip girdle and the sacroiliac joint. take your hands down either side if you feel comfortable on your chair, just to dangle. Have a sense of softness here through the face and the jaw. Now, if you find any of these postures particularly helpful for your back, you can stay there much longer. So just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to make staying in these postures for anywhere between 2 to 3 minutes. But at home, you can feel free to pause the video and maybe stay a little bit longer, especially if it's feeling helpful for your back. Now, you may be here for a little bit of time and find, oh, it feels really good, but maybe I could go lower. So what I want you to do, if you do want to go a little bit deeper, is just to press down with your palms onto the chair, draw your navel back, and slowly come to raise. What we'll do is we'll flip the chair around to face us. And you may want to take your blanket here to stack onto the seat. Again, the feet come parallel, the toes tuck in slightly. We lengthen through the spine, the navel back, hips back. And then we bow forward from the hips and take the hands first to the seat. Maybe come to your forearms. And maybe just lengthen down, maybe resting the forehead here on the blanket or the edge of the chair. And again, you can hold this one here for as long as it feels comfortable. Just take your hands anywhere that feel most comfortable for you and your body. There is a tendency here, though, for the hips to draw behind. See if you can keep your hips back in line with your heels. And as you do so, you'll feel a stronger stretch through the ITB band of the legs, behind the back of the legs. Just take another 3 to 5 breaths here. See if you can bring some softness into the posture. And then really slowly again, maybe we'll heel toe the feet a little bit closer. Take the forearms in and support your body as you come back to stand. Take your feet a little bit closer together here. Maybe just give your legs a little bit of a wiggle and lengthening out. So we'll just sit up here for the next posture. And for this next one, it's a forward bend as well. We want both of the chairs to be facing each other. And this is where you're going to also need your bolster or the large pillows. So again, notice that I'm sitting here on the edge of my chair. And I can just take the blanket off to the side for a moment. What we're going to do, this one's really nice, particularly if you find it difficult to sit on the floor for a forward bend. So we're just going to use the support of the chair to release any stress or tension in the backs of the hips and the lower back, and allow us to come a little bit deeper into the forward fold. So with the bolster or the pillows on the opposite chair, we just start to ease down. And again, you want to lengthen through the spine here, slight arch, and let your sternum or heart center lead the way. And we just bow over the chair, and you need to find your comfortable position. You may want to take your hands here to dangle once you're in. Let your knees drop out wide. You may feel a little bit of an inner hip stretch here as you do so. And I just invite you with all of these postures to really settle in and come to a place of stillness where you can feel completely relaxed. So less of a sense of effort, more of a sense of deep relaxation. And once you've found this place of deep relaxation, just see if you can settle in, breathe into it, be still with it. And we just allow time and gravity to give ourselves a nice stretch through the back, the hips. And I should mention here that if this is not accessible for you, if this is a bit too far down for you, you can also, and this is particularly good if you have a chair here that has a back, but you can just take the bolster on an angle and hug it in and bow over it this way. So this way you're not going as far forward, excuse me, but you're still getting a forward fold here. And you may find that over time you can release down and release over the bolster. So let's just take another 3 to 5 breaths here. Again, just connect with that sense of stillness and ease. Allow your belly to be soft here. Really puff out away from the spine on every inhalation. Last breath here. Again, if you find this very helpful for you, you can stay here a bit longer. Remember that whenever you exit these postures, do so with a sense of control and really slowly. You never want to come out of these long-held postures quickly. So just return to the seat for a moment. Again, just lengthen through the spine. Now, with any forward folding position, you always want to counteract that. So we'll come back in to a bit of a back arch here. And you can just stay as you are in your chair for now. But we take the hands onto the knees or to the thighs. And as we inhale, we're going to arch the spine and raise the gaze. It may feel nice for you here to raise the hands, but at the same time, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Yeah, we're just moving the spine here in the opposite direction. This is just to counteract the forward folding posture. Take 2 more breaths, a sense of stretching to the fingers, but at the same time the shoulders drawing away from the ears, face and jaw soft. Gaze the thumb tips. Let's release the hands down and slowly unravel through the spine to come back to your seat. And then we'll just do one more posture here to release the spine before we finish. So again, turn your chair forward if you've had to move it around. Or actually, you can probably stay where you are, just as long as you don't have your knees banging up against the other chair. We're going to come back into the seat with the hips firmly planted on or the sit bones firmly planted on the front edge of your chair. And we're just going to come into a gentle twist. So we'll start by taking the right hand to the left knee and then just the left hand to hold onto the edge of the chair. And we're going to come into this twist with a sense of length for the spine and a gaze over the left shoulder. If you want to take it deeper, you can take your left arm maybe to the back of the chair. So you get to gauge how far you come into this posture. Keep a sense of softness to the face and the jaw as you move through these postures. And from here, slowly unravel, and we'll come to the second side. So left hand to the top of the right thigh, and the right hand to just the edge of the chair to begin with. A sense of length through the spine, and then we start to twist and take the gaze over the right shoulder. Use your arms here to pivot the spine, to move into your comfortable twist. If you did so on this first side, maybe take the right hand back to the top of the chair and see if you can come a little bit deeper. Gently unravel, make your way back to center. I just want to say thank you for joining me, and I hope that this helped relieve some pain in your back. Again, it's always about when we practice yoga to pay attention to how the posture is feeling within our body. And in that way, we are able to take that feedback and adjust it in a way that feels good for us. And it's a really helpful way to work with chronic pain, because at the end of the day, nobody knows your body better than you. Take the hands together in front of the heart. Gently close the eyes. Om Tat